Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to tonight's Boys from the Baltic Star. We weren't around last night. My fault, really. Life became quite busy, and then Ewan took the opportunity to beg off as well. We were both going to have an early one, so we called it anyway. We all got into the big Baltic Star bed together and had a nice lie-in. And we're back, bright and refreshed with our special friend this evening, because on Saturday nights we play a whole range of games. We play spacey games, we play weird games, we play murder mystery games, we play a whole range of games. And this game is a little bit special, mainly because of who we play it with. We're going to go for a decent amount of time tonight, actually. I've managed to get on nice and early, at least a couple of hours, I'd say. We'll probably have a break in the middle. So hang around for as long or short as you want. If there's any sound problems, as always, Sparrow's very good at it. But if anyone else as well is hearing quietness or any issues like that, please let us know and we will fiddle around with that. We're not very professional, but we are welcoming of input, whether good or bad. Click on the red sun, spend some points this evening. What have we got up for bids? I think I've turned off the lizards, because that keeps giving me a heart attack when I forget.
Oh.
But it is Ben's night off, so feel free to buy him a drink. Ewan is always worth standing for. And, well, invincible! If we're going to celebrate one man, that's the man to celebrate. So have a click through, see what you fancy, and go with that. I'll point out two things. If you want to give our heroes an extra chance... Oh, the guns are coming out. It's a bit tight and heavy. Well, I haven't said that. Yeah, me and John compete with that. Well, me and Rudi compete with that. It's a 2 tickets to the gun show tonight. A boon for 1,000. Name an NPC. Get yourself written into the lore. Otherwise, have a flick through. See what you want. Now, tonight we're playing our game. Tony and Rudi, brackets and Gaston. This was a game that was created last minute, a couple of years ago now, maybe 3 years ago even, when plans went south very quickly and we needed something for the night. And it's become a big beast. And we sort of came up with it. It's based loosely on some rules. Now, if you're interested in, as the game goes on, it's based on a game called Those Dark Places by a fantastic man called Jonathan Hicks. Well worth getting the book. This is less than 20 quid, 15 quid this. Very good, a great science fiction horror game. He wrote a follow-up, Fresher, which might have been because he kept watching us try not to die, so he made one that's a bit easier not to die in for ongoing adventures. They're both brilliant, well worth getting. He said that I was welcome to write some stuff up using those rules, but it's in a different universe, which is not surprising because this is 1930s Europe. Quite different.
Where there were relatively few spaceships.
Relatively few. And
Not none, as it turns out, but relatively few.
Relatively few. And we've been more concerned about wine being spilt over trousers than terrifying aliens ripping your face off and dragging you out into the vacuum of space. That's not to say these adventures are without peril. And fortunately, I, your humble narrator, Luke, am joined tonight by 3 men for whom each of them has peril as their middle name. It's quite amazing that I've managed to gather 3 people with peril as their middle name, but I have. The first one is existing in the bottom left. He is my brother from another mother. He is the Floofmeister General. He is the housewife's favourite. He is the wonderful Ewan. Good evening, Ewan. How are you?
Hello, Luke. I'm doing really well, thanks. I'm well rested. I'm ready to go.
You look well rested and ready to go.
Thanks. Normally, these conversations go the other way, and I'm tired, and you say I look tired, and then I feel sad.
To be fair, you know, if sometimes I've just got to tell the truth, and you look great.
And I appreciate the truth.
Thank you. I'll say you can't handle the truth, but that's something different. I know that you were looking at your strawberries earlier today, having a route around the garden. Your character Gaston, he has a link to certain fruits. Why don't you tell us a bit more about him?
Yeah, of course. My character Gaston Peril de la Rue, as it may or may not turn out, the French-born journalist, friend of Tony and Rudi, who is essentially tagging along by chance as he once again meets up with them, and they seem to be thrust into an exciting adventure. He tends to be quite the charismatic, quite the agile character. Not sure about the fruits, apart from the grapes.
I'll say grapes. Grapes are a fruit.
Yeah, they are indeed. They are indeed. His family once had ownership of a fine vineyard in France, which was lost to them. Sadly, we won't talk about it. It's far too political and distressing in nature for him. And so he's found work as a journalist, not necessarily the best, but he has some good connections, which is what brings him here to Vienna.
And what
That is where we're at, right?
We are in Vienna. We're right along the Danube, in fact.
Perfect. Just as I expected.
As this adventure is called, Tony and Rudi brackets and Gaston on the Danube. Well, what a joy to have you with us, and what a joy it is to have the man directly below me with us as well, because he is the smartest man in any room. He lives his entire life in the Twin Peaks dream sequence, as you can see, and he's a man that has, over the last couple of years, started to cosplay as his character by buying half a dozen very specific pairs of trousers.
Very specific, numbered order.
It is Ben. Good evening, Ben. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well. How about you?
Oh, you know, full of the joys of November. It's Christmas now, isn't it, basically?
Threateningly, yes.
Ah, what joy, what joy. Where's, when I think of Christmas, I think of your Christmas dinner, how boastful you are of how delightful it is.
Oh, it's a very good Christmas dinner.
Even better when someone in a pub cooks it for you.
Yes. Yes, don't have to do any of the cooking or any of the washing up. Yes.
Oh, I'm jealous of you. Now,
It's a very lovely way to do it. On the other hand, you know, it is a relatively expensive way to do it.
that is true. You got to pay for such luxury, and a man who is welcome to pay for luxury from time to time is your character, Mr. Tony Guerrero. Why don't you tell us a little bit about him?
I'd be happy to. Tony Guerrero is Italian, and currently part of his activity is to remain on the run from Mussolini's attempts to conscript him into the army. So that's why he's currently moving around Europe, and clearly Vienna is exactly the right place to be. That's obviously going to be completely out of the way. He is an academic by background, but since bumping into Rudi and starting their adventures together, he has developed a taste for the lifestyle of the man of action, and has set about trying to become something of like a literary hero in his own mind.
And only his mind.
I don't think he's ever been successful enough to really qualify as a hero in anyone else's mind. No.
Especially when he
Sounds like it's
goes on adventures with a man who's literally written a book about his adventures. And that man is played by the man directly next to you. Because this is indeed a Pagonophile stream. It's the Battle of the Beards, and this is the man who I bow down to in that respect. With a matching hoodie beard combo. But the thing he's got over me is he's a literal Greek Adonis, carved from marble, a mighty bear among us mere straplings. He is the wonderful John. Good evening, John. How are you?
I'm great. Always happy to be here. It's been quite a while, so I can't even remember when was last session. It was like summer or something. It must have been summer, right?
It was. I think you joined us last before we had our Summer of Love, I think. And now autumn has come in, and it's a perfect time for us all to settle around with a hot or spicy drink and enjoy some of Rudi's finest offerings.
Indeed. So yeah, always glad to be here. My voice a bit off. I think I'm catching a cold slowly and steadily. As Luke said, this is my last night as a healthy man.
We're going to send him off well, chat. Please celebrate him while we've still got him.
Was that the ambulance I just had in the background?
It was. Yeah, it was literally
That's a bad sign. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We've called it for you, but while you're waiting, we might as well play. Why not? Let's enjoy the time we've got together while we can. So, John, why don't you tell us about the mighty Rudi Otto?
Oh, I will gladly. Rudi Otto is German-born but caravan-raised. He started up his early teens and 20s as a bare knuckle fighter. Then he became an actual heavyweight boxer of the era of the 1930s. He fights at the heavyweight division because he's a very big man with broad shoulders. But right now he's at his 50s. He's like 30 years after that. So he has gained a lot of weight. He dons a beautiful mustache. He has like round cheeks. He wears very fashionable and maybe even eccentric clothing, which are safe from being spilled over with wine because Tony has that curse. Yeah, what else? He retired undefeated, which is very well known. What's funny about him is that even though he was a boxer, he was always interested about the world of academia. And after his 30s, he had all the money he needed to actually follow his dream and follow his heart. And he's a sucker for history. But even lately, he has even dabbled into the occult. He has seen some stuff, actual miracles and unexplained phenomena. He has saved a couple of cities alongside with his friend Tony. And what else? Yeah, this is where we... And lately, he is a writer of his own book. I think it's called Ringside Rituals, a boxer's grasp with history's hidden forces, something like that, I think.
It's a weighty tome. It's a fine book.
Oh yeah, it sells itself. It spills out of the mouth. The title. Yeah, and that's about it. I think so.
Dear viewers, I'm sure you can agree with me. It's a fine trio. I think if you were wanting an adventured, you could not hope for three greater men to go on it and sort out what they need to sort out. The way they go about this is by using those rules. So we've got a couple of first timers here. Hey Jacko, how you doing? Good to have you with us, my man. Sorry we weren't on last night. For those who aren't aware exactly of how this game works, I know our guys were chatting a bit in chat. Thank you, John, and thank you, Ben, especially. Ewan was just schmoozing with people. The way it works, they've got like character like person. They've got 4
I
skills.
see how it's going to be.
They've got 4 skills. It's called the case skills. It's charisma, agility, strength, and education. But any check do stand for them. There it is. We've got to change that to the Christmas one. So 4 skills: charisma, agility, strength, and education. They score one of them as 4, one of them as 3, one of them as 2, and one of them as 1. Now, because they've had a few adventures, I've allowed them to edit it a little bit. So Rudi's dropped a bit in charisma, gone up in agility recently, and so on. They also have some very specific skills. So Rudi has a +2 in history, a +2 in boxing, and a +2 in the occult. You're really developing those skills, Rudi. Tony has a +1 in history, a +2 in stabby fighting, but not punchy fighting, a +2 in engineering, and a +1 in daring do. And Gaston, who joined a bit later, has a +1 in driving, which has really helped. A +2 in +2 in chat of all trades, which means talking to people outside of your class. So for them, the very rich or the peasant class, and a +1 in seduction, which really that's about a +6, but we're downplaying it for you. But when they need a check, they'll need to roll 1d6, and they need to hit an 8. Which I know you're saying on 1d6 that's impossible, but they add their stat and they add any of their specialist skills. You see, and Rudi has this massive dice that I swear helps him out immensely. It's like one of my pink dice. It rolls well.
It's not as big as his guns though.
The guns. Then the game has things like opposed rolls. It will have combat rounds, initiative, hand-to-hand, firearms, damage, all your usual sort of stuff. But literally, I wrote the entire rule set up on 3 pages, so it's not hard, which is good because I'm not very smart. Right, should we get started?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's.
Definitely.
Right. It's not every day that you find yourself climbing through the window of a youth hostel in Vienna, only to find dozens of residents tied to chairs with hand grenades strapped to them. But then, this isn't an ordinary day. Although for train cult vanquishers, magical bracelet discoverers, symposium speakers, and mass hypnosis escapers, Tony Guerrero and Rudi Otto, it's actually not far off an ordinary day. Although for their young, pervy, horny, snake-hipped French friend Gaston Delarue, it must have been a little bit stressful at least. But my dear viewers, forgive me. You must surely know the score by now. For I, your humble narrator and friend of Tony, Rudi and Gaston, has been leading you through their latest adventure along the bank of the mighty Danube for several hours now, and it's truly been an adventure to behold. An explosive firefight at Café Kaufmann, a puzzling, hidden room at the home of local cougar and muscular gypsy fancier, Alina Fischer. Brutality, violence, and the son of a deceased military friend at Konditori Leitner have all led us to Jugendherberg Koffler, that's youth centre, and the tightly tied youth hostelers. But why? Why this adventure? Well, you see, it appears our heroes have once again been drawn into the tale of a mythical artifact. This one split over 4 ancient civilizations: Egypt, Rome, Greece, and Persia. 4 separately created trinkets which will fit together to create a piece capable of leading the bearer to, our heroes have come to believe, an item of immense power. Something that their new friend, Greek specialist Rufus Hightower, has also suspected. As for the other 3 archaeology experts, all in Vienna, to meet to bring together their artifacts, we have the renowned Monsieur Henriette Canard, who's been dragged away in front of their very eyes by a mysterious group known only as Legion, seemingly led by a man with piercing blue eyes. There's Rome specialist Anna Zukov, who has apparently gone to ground to avoid capture. And there's Persian specialist Lars Persson, who's apparently staying upstairs right now in a single room. However, the sudden sound of footsteps heard through the ceiling above them isn't guaranteed to be him. After all, Legion have beaten our heroes here to their final stop. They are the ones who have tied up the resident. It was their man who was sat in reception with his rifle watching the front door for our heroes, but is now battered, bruised, weaponless, and unconscious, tied up in the dining room. It's very possible it's Legion's footsteps upstairs. But is Last Person with them? Like Rufus Hightower was at the Conditorre? Or has he run off, like Anna Zukov ran off from Melina Fisher's house? And what of their friend, Monsieur Henri Canard, a man they've already saved from a dangerous cult several years before? One thing's for sure, they may be outnumbered, they may be outgunned, but with the guard's rifle, an armful of grenades, various knives, and a handgun, Tony, Rudi, and Gaston are ready for the worst. It is 6 p.m. on the 9th of March, 1938, and I, your narrator, am very excited for what could be about to happen. I hope you are too. So, my dear friends, you are in the dining room, as you can see on the map. You've just tied up the Legion member. You've gathered your weapons. Some of the residents there, there's you sort of untied one who's been untying the others slowly. They're going about their thing. And you've just heard several footsteps coming from above. Over to you.
How many hostages are still being tied up?
There are. That's a very good question. And the question is in my notes from another day. Let's have a look. Oh, what's that? My flashback note. There is, if I remember correctly, quite a few. There's still like a couple of dozen, I think.
Oh, so many of them.
So many.
Judging by the footsteps coming, we will have enough time to free any of them, or like, I guess not all of them, right?
Or you don't know if the footsteps are coming downstairs or not. You can just hear them.
Yeah, they could just be walking around. So
yeah.
Are they like marching? Are they rushing those footsteps, or are they like walking with a calm
They sound.
pace?
Oh, that is good. Let's have a roll. Let's have our first roll of the night of Rudiato. Yes. For you, that is an education roll.
Mm-hmm.
That is something you're using your brain to think about.
Not enough. Total of 5.
Total of 5. Because there's several pairs of footsteps, you can't tell the pace that they're walking or the urgency. They sort of all merge into each other.
Then Rudi will rush to the side of the door of the entrance, stand like that, suck in his belly, and say, "Be on your guard, gentlemen. The ruffians of the Legion might be coming any second."
Tony will pull out his pistol and a long, wicked-looking blade, and hold one in each hand and stand ready.
Gaston will he'll light a cigarillo, have it hanging out his mouth, and try and find like a table or something in the room that he can flip and take aim with the rifle towards the door.
Okay. You sort of wait in pose. 2 of you with weapons akimbo, the other one lessening his life in another way. And you wait for a few seconds. A few more seconds. You hear the footsteps walking down the corridor. You think they're walking in the direction of the stairwell. You start to hear boots The sound is different now. It sounds more wooden, as if they are coming down those stairs. And then suddenly, one of the untied residents gives out a shout. Gas! Gas!
Oh, that's bad news.
Do we smell gas?
As he says it, each of you roll a. Let's go. All of you can roll an education or agility, please.
Agility would be
Oh, wow.
bad.
Wow, okay.
Education.
Education, likewise.
Only Gaston
that's,
is agile.
Nothing. Not that. Total of 4.
Oh,
6, despite having
5.
4 in education.
Oh my goodness, guys, this is a great start.
Hey, Ian, you're rolling a d12. I think
This
you
is a
should know that.
terrible, terrible start.
They're double-sided d6, so they
Yeah.
roll slightly better. So the 6 on one side is the same as the 6 on the other side.
I don't know what's the math there. I wouldn't allow it. I wouldn't allow it. Just
Well, I'm happy to change them if people feel more comfortable.
No, I don't mind. I don't
The
mind.
classical shaped d6.
I've always said John's harsh but fair.
You have always said that.
I
Yeah.
have always said that. It's probably on record somewhere. He says it. None of you can smell anything at the minute. Who rolled the highest out of those? Did anyone get to 6?
I got a 6, yeah.
6 was the
I
best.
did not.
I guess out the corner of your eye, Tony, you see a slight plume coming up from the room behind you.
Okay, so is this the other side of the hall from the stairs, or is this in the room we're in, or in a door beyond us?
So you're in the dining room.
Mhm.
If you turn around to look at it, you'll see, as you turn around, you see another few canisters being thrown in through the window that you came through.
Oh, okay.
And as they hit the room and roll in, gas starts coming out to fill the room, and the residents that are still tied up, that are closest to that side, start coughing.
Okay. No time to worry about the people upstairs then. I am going to run to the nearest tied person and with my I was about to say with my tremendous dexterity and agility, but it's 1. I would like to try to use the blade in my hand to cut them free quicker.
They are connected to a grenade. Are you willing to try that?
Could be a really short stream.
Well, the good news about grenades is once the pin comes out, they may be in trouble, but we've probably got enough time to dive out the window.
Oh.
Yes, I've got to try it. I can't leave them to the gas. I'm sorry.
Nah, Rudy's not really convinced and says, "What gas?" There's, I would have smelled it first if there was any gas. What are you doing? Keep your voice down, I say to the one who shouted.
It's just Gaston Cigarillo.
Yeah. Just, he said, "Gaston, put it out."
He will begrudgingly put it out on the side of the table that is flipped.
What I will give you, Tony, you've seen other people do. I'm going to be nice to you. It's early in the stream. I don't want you to die yet.
Mm-hmm.
You can cut with education. You've watched someone else cut one.
Really? Oh, that's tremendously kind. Thank you.
I know.
And since you're letting me push my luck a bit, is
Oh,
this
we're
a
going to
daring
stab-
do kind of thing?
It's pretty daring.
It is quite daring. Yeah, it is quite daring.
So on that basis, I should have +5 to my roll.
That's it. Yeah.
Which gives me a mighty 9.
Wow.
You do cut that one free. You're sort of coughing up as you're doing it. You manage to cut them. The grenade falls down safe. It's not been, the pin hasn't come out or anything like that, and rolls across the ground somewhat. The person sort of falls to his knees, coughing. That's good. There's another like 16 people tied up, but you've done a good job there. And as you do it, you're closest. Could you please roll another education for me, please, Tony? I'm going very roll heavy early on today.
Right. Do I get to add any skills to this, or is it just education?
I will give you nothing at all.
Okay. That's 10.
Oh,
Well done, you.
double digits.
Nice.
Oh, our first double digits of the night.
After a catastrophically bad first roll, it's starting to look up a bit.
It's like the adrenaline's pumping. This gas, you're a man of the era, post World War One and so on and that.
Yeah.
This is not that sort of poison gas. This feels more to knock out rather than to kill.
This potentially is soporific.
Yes.
And they're basically throwing them in through the windows of the dining room.
Yes, from the outside.
Okay. Can I run over and sort of get close to the window but against the wall and see if I can peer around and see if there's anyone outside I can actually see throwing things and being generally miserable to us?
Oh, you are very exciting today. Why don't you take an agility with a daring do? It's quite daring.
Yes, but agility. Okay.
There's a reason for agility.
That's a total of 4.
Yes. Sadly, you're stumbling around a little bit because it is clouding up in there.
Yeah.
You sort of rush towards the window frame and you hear a shout from the outside and like several rounds thud into the wall beside you. Almost like they've spotted you there, people on the outside.
Yaha. I'm going to turn and yell to the others. Bad news. They're throwing gas and shooting.
The two of you can sense the gas by now. It's playing in the back of your throats. You know it's there.
Okay. I guess Rudy's instinct would be to go to the hostages and try to take with him as many as. Are they all like tied by a single rope or something?
There was sort of a rope connected through, which would trigger off the grenades, but you've been quite clever so far in you can cut them out separately without affecting the rope.
Can I like drag them all with the same rope?
If you do, I won't even make you roll for it. You would know that you would probably set off the grenades that are still connected to the ones that are there. There's 7 people free from grenades from the ropes, and there's 17 still roped up.
So many hostages.
So many hostages.
Yeah. Well, I turn to Tony and say, well, we have to free them. We cannot leave them just here. No.
Yes. True. Let's have a little cough at that point. I caught a glimpse of where these guys were outside, right, roughly, as they shot at me.
With a roll of 4. Not really.
Okay.
You can tell it came from slightly different angles, but it came from either side of the window.
Yeah,
Looks
okay.
like they've got it covered.
Because I was thinking, a near miss only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, and I don't have any horseshoes.
Are you while while he's going on with this, Rudy, are you cutting people? While he's making this plan, are you cutting people free?
I
Or
don't
you
really have
just
anything pointed, do I? Well, I'm releasing them however I can. Yeah,
Yep. Cool.
that's my instinct.
Let's
That
make
sounds
this.
good.
Let's make this roll for you then, while Tony's deciding what he's going to do with his weaponry in that. Could you please roll, Rudy, a? I'll give you strength and boxing then, because it's that sort of the knowledge of the muscles and sort of like the body. I'll give it to you because I'm feeling generous. tonight.
I will take it. I will take it. I wouldn't give it myself again, but I will take it. Maybe no. Oh, again a critical fail. So it's a total of 5.
You pull the ropes. You manage to sort of pull it off. Pull it off the young woman that's roped up. She sort of squirms free, but as she does, you haven't managed to free the grenade properly, and the pin is pulled out and rolls towards. I'm gonna make one of you roll this. Here, are, chat. 1 and 2, it rolls towards Gaston. 3 and 4, it rolls towards Rudy, and 5 and 6, it rolls towards Tony. Gaston, make a roll for me, please.
Why me?
Exactly.
Feels awfully mean. awfully mean. That is a 6.
That it rolls towards Tony. That's probably the best result.
For me, yeah, sure.
I mean,
It's a-
isn't it only probably the best result if you're not Tony?
I hope he's wearing his brown trousers.
He is right by the
Obviously.
window, to be fair.
Tony is
I
going to
say,
pick it up and throw it back
Oopsie.
through the window.
Oops.
oopsie. Tony, heads up. We got a loose. We got a loose one.
Oh,
Going to throw it out through the window, please.
Right, let's see how good you are with it. Agility.
Oh God!
How
This is
daring.
definitely daring.
This is quite daring. This is quite daring.
So I get +2.
Yep, I've got a number in mind.
bearing in mind
Was
he stood
8
right
okay?
by the window.
Wow.
8 is good. You sort of grab it as it rolls. You sort of grab it in one fell swoop, almost like swoop it up in your hand, and in one go, you like it's over your shoulder, out. There's like a count of 2, and then there's an explosion, and you do see a figure dressed all in black, blown diagonally across your vision, sort of thudding down. You do hear though another 6 or 7 voices outside shouting to each other, and then gunfire starts again. Could each of you please roll for me a strength at this point?
So
Strength.
Yeah, flat strength.
theoretically, instead of trying to set them free, we can just take the grenade and throw them now.
You can certainly
You
try
know.
your best with it. Yes. Could you roll a strength for me now though, and then because there's something I need to check before you attempt
Okay,
the next
strength. Oh my god, that's a third ace in a row.
Oh,
This is
no.
not a good day for me.
Gaston,
Another
what was yours?
3.
It's a total of 6 for
mine-
me.
Mine's 5.
Guys, each of you feels the gas weighing heavily on you. You're struggling to keep your eyes awake. You're still conscious at this point, but I can't be sure for how much longer. You can each do another thing in the moment, and then we'll do another roll. So what would you like? Let's go with Gaston first, because he's not really done much yet. Gaston, your eyes are getting heavier. You're by the door. The cigarette is like close to falling from your lips.
He'll sling the rifle over his shoulder, sort of get as low as he can to the ground, and can he look around on the floor for something where the gas is coming from, I guess.
Oh, that is very good. I'm going to keep the rolls coming tonight. Give me an education, please. This doesn't feel like
nothing.
Oh
doesn't
wow,
feel like a seduction.
Gaston,
moment.
you have a boon.
A boon.
Oh, wow.
There's
Johnny, you have a boon.
Sparrow, I'm
spoons are
using
in.
that.
Sparrow's coming through.
Oh
So-
wow, I do have a boon as well. Thank
So
you
you
so
take
much.
roll 2. Take your bests.
That is good. That's the 6 instead of the 3, which will give me an 8 total. Thank you, Sparrow. I'll take that over the 5.
Down there, you can see there's like 4 or 5 canisters you can see spread around the room, and you're seeing like another one getting thrown in as you can see them. The closest one to you is probably about 5 meters across the dining room. So almost like halfway across the dining room from where you are. But you can see where it's coming from.
He'll go for it, and he'll try and throw it out the window.
Oh, I tell you what, agility.
Oh.
And if you fail, I'm telling you now, it hits Tony on the head.
But of course it does.
That's a 3 plus agility is a 7. Plus because he was doing it seductively, obviously.
He was. Winking at one of the female hostages.
Yeah. No, I don't think I can argue anything else, can I?
A 7 in the game is a. It's 7's the funny one. 7 is the success-ish. A partial success. So, Gaston, you sort of pick it up, you sort of slide towards it, pick it up and throw it. It flies towards the window, hits Tony, a glancing blow on the head, and out of the window.
Like you were meant to do that. You know?
Exactly. You could get a spot in the Italian football team, Tony.
You calculated to ricochet off Tony's head, you know.
Exactly. Perfect
Exactly.
angle.
And he'll continue looking around for more, and with a view to do the same.
Okay. Rudy, what do you want to do in these few seconds of clarity you have?
What exactly did he throw to Tony's head? What was the item?
So there's several smoke grenades that have come through that are pumping out this sort of sleepy gas, and he managed to get to one of those and threw it off Tony's head.
Okay, okay, there are too many hostages to do them one by one, and he's already like sleepy eyes, so he will take a big gasp of air, and he will run towards the next one, canister, the next smoke grenade or whatever that is, and try to do the same. Maybe with the ricocheting of Tony's head, that's not like exactly part of it, but maybe it is. If I roll a 7, I guess it will happen again.
I like the idea of you taking a big breath of fresh air. That's really not what you want to do right now.
So it's like an agility, right?
It is an agility roll, yes. Oh, you've got to go big for this.
This is a 4th ace in a row. No, but still not nearly enough. It's a total of 4. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna spend my boon.
Oh yeah,
boon spent.
Boony.
Boon spent. Yes, and now it's an 8.
Exactly. Oh, much better.
Much better. Yeah, without the need to go through Tony's head, I suppose.
Rudi manages to grab one and tosses it straight out through the window, a long way away from Tony.
Thank you. I was beginning to think that everything that was going to get thrown through the window in either direction was going to cannon off my head on the way through.
As long as it's not the bullets, that's fine.
Yeah.
Tony, could you make a decision of what you want to do? I don't know why I said that like that.
I thought you were about to say, could you make a roll for your head?
Yeah, head roll. Head roll, please.
Right. We're down to, is it about 4 now left in the room?
I'm just going to sit. I've got a roll to see if they're coming in, if that makes sense.
Yes.
5.
5.
So you've got rid of 2, but 1 more come in, if that makes sense.
I feel this is a losing strategy. We're going to get overwhelmed. So, all right. Can I make a dive, please, for the kitchen door?
Oh, you can. I'm going to make you roll something for that. And I normally wouldn't because it's just movement and we can all move.
Mm-hmm.
But you are sleepy and you are going past the windows.
Right.
So I will need And dear viewers, if it's the first time with watching me as a GM, I don't normally make many rolls in my games. I'm just very enthusiastic.
We've so far had about 4 hours worth of rolls.
Exactly. It's crazy rolls. I'm just trying to make it an easier roll for you, but I don't think I can. You can have agility or strength, because either you're pulling yourself physically across or you're trying to be athletic. So you can have either one of those.
I think this is hurling myself, so it's going to be strength more than agility.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, that's not too bad. 8.
You do make it across, and you thud into the door. It's a swing door because it's the door between the kitchen.
Yep.
You thud into the door. The door swings open wide and comes back and hits you on the head, right where the canister hit you just
Naturally.
seconds before. But you are at the doorway, and you can see that the air inside there is much better. There's no gas in there. It's good. It's a kitchen. It smells slightly of the food that has been cooked and left to go cold, but the air is good inside. Now, I need you each to roll a strength, though, please.
Okay.
Beef. Love it.
All of us.
Yes, all of you, please.
I am. Oh, another 6. My luck has turned.
Ooh,
Total of 8.
Ooh.
It was a 4, but if I may, I'm going to burn my boon.
please do.
Boon time.
Good time.
Mine's
Okay,
the
that's
best
now
I'm gonna
7.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sparrow.
get for a total of 7.
Gaston and Rudi, you're still choking, but you're still conscious for now. You are seeing that probably half of the hostages have lost consciousness at this point. So, like, some of the ones that, generally the ones that have been untied because they've been trying to help the others, so they're pretty much unconscious. A few of the others are as well. But you two are still coughing up, choking, but you're still conscious. Tony, on that roll, it's a bittersweet pill for you. You tasted the nice air, but as your body slumped into there, you have lost consciousness. But your body is wedged in the door, which is actually providing a certain amount of fresh air coming in, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you are unconscious at the minute, I'm afraid, Tony. But your heroism or cowardliness, you didn't say which, is actually going to help with the others for now.
Either way, it was daring.
It was very, very
Be
daring.
heroism or cowardice, it was daring.
Often cowardice is famously daring.
So Gaston, you've just seen Tony heroically dive across, get lodged in the door, but you do see that the air there is fresher. There's still 4 more canisters in there, and you're seeing people dropping like flies around you, really. You can see shadows outside the window that suggest that there's figures outside that aren't coming in, but they seem to be covering the exit, if that makes sense.
Not the smartest man in many rooms, Gaston, but I feel as though at this point he would realise that actually this is a losing battle, and we're not much good to the hostages if we're all unconscious. So he will follow Tony's lead and head towards the kitchen door.
Fantastic. I'm going to need you to roll an agility or strength, please. This is almost like a combat.
That is a 7 total.
7 total. Oh, you know what that means. I need you to roll a strength, but I'll give you a boon, please. I'm breaking rules now. Strength with a boon, please.
Just making them up.
The
It's
7.
almost like you're right in the game.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, that's terrible. That's a 1 and a 2 for a total of 3. Using the 2.
You make it heroically or cowardly. No, you said heroically because you want to help the hostages. So we'll go heroically.
Thanks.
You make it heroically over to the doorway. You slip somewhat at the last minute on Tony, and you fall. Your knee clatters into his head, and as you can sense that freshness of the air, that roll unfortunately means that you too have lost consciousness in that doorway, on top of Tony Guerrero.
But the stiff knee to the head woke him up suddenly.
Heroic.
Alas.
Alas and alack. I'm just writing down Gaston loses consciousness atop Tony.
In a comical fashion.
You have such a headache if you ever wake up, Tony. Rudi, the biggest hero to ever hero.
We have like 3 or 4 more canisters.
4 more canisters.
4 more, and I can take like tops 1 of them during 1 round, right?
I'll tell you what. You can go for 2 if you want, but a 7 won't get it out the window.
Still not enough. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go towards 2 hostages.
Yep.
Gonna grab 2 grenades, and I'm gonna roll them to the north side of the building.
Yep.
Like, dining room, north side, to create a new opening. Because I guess the north side leads to the streets, right?
The north side, it does, because it's diagonal. Because if you look, that entrance is diagonally, so it's on the corner of a street. Yeah.
I will make sure. I will try at least not to roll them anywhere close to my friends, because I'm guessing they're on the left side towards the door, right?
Yes.
And the hostages are like, nowhere is on the north side, right? And from the hostages.
No. Generally, people have been trying to get away from there, so they're more towards the south of it. So you're grabbing a couple of grenades.
Let's see if that works. Yeah.
I'm only going to allow it if you pull the pins out with your teeth.
The problem is the chances are very much against me of rolling anything successfully now. I'm kind of scared.
Oh, yeah, it is an agility. And if only you had daring do.
Rolling is kind of like an underarm punching, though. If that's quickly enough.
No, I think heroism is not the absence of fear, is conquering your fear and becoming triumphant. So,
Yes.
Oh, yeah, 6. That's indeed a 6. I had now 3 6s in a row from 3 aces in a row.
Oh,
yeah.
Rolling
Just
nothing in
balance
between.
well.
Diabolic.
As
Wow.
you spit the 2 pins out and they clatter to the ground, you watch as the grenades sort of roll towards the wall. Some of the
I close my eyes because I'm not sure if I'm gonna.
But the last thing you see is one of the hostages diving for cover, and
not towards the grenades.
No.
Why would you do that?
Diving for the grenade. There's as your eyes close, you hear an almighty explosion, an intense heat, and sort of a showering of rocks and stones. Could you please roll for me a strength in this very moment, please?
6. No kidding.
Oh, he's powering for this.
Fourth
I
in a
love
row.
this man. I love this man.
Wow.
As you sort of lay there, you're sort of blown back a bit by the explosion, and you see like daylight outside. The dust is sort of settling a little bit. The shower of the plaster and that falls around you, falls around everyone else. You look out and you see there's a couple of black bodies, like clothed all in black, that sort of their bodies are contorted outside, clearly dead or horrifically injured. And you sort of
I hope they were Legion or something.
and then you see the other 6 nuns walk past.
Well, thankfully, it wasn't Gaston who threw it, because we know it would have been a gardener.
It's
Well, there
true.
was already some gunfire and already an explosion, so I don't think any pedestrian will be hanging
No.
there.
No,
So
I think
sure,
people
I didn't think of that at the moment when I threw the grenades.
I think pedestrians have probably run for the hills by now, I would imagine. And it's in that moment of heroism you feel a hard, sharp blow to the back of your head, and you too are rendered unconscious. But in a moment of absolute heroism. And let it be known that if anyone survives that room, they will sing songs of your heroism.
Wait, because I rolled the 6, before I pass out, I want to turn
Yes,
and
please
see who
do.
was it, if able. Because I don't think there was any one that I found. No, must have been one of the 3 hostages who's turned betrayed us.
It is with the butt of a shotgun over that's obviously smashed you in the back of the head. Betrayed by a hostage. The first one that you untied.
I do remember last session, I had like a flashback now, that I asked you if any of the hostages had like bright blue eyes or
Yeah,
something.
none of them had bright blue eyes. You did ask that. There was a couple of things you asked. It was that.
So who was it then?
Well,
Who was it then?
In this very serious moment, I like to think that with the heat and the explosion and the pattering of stones around, Gaston is sleeping, daydreaming of being back in the bakery and the heat coming out of the ovens and the pattering of raisins into some pastry, and he spins off, comes out into like a third world person and starts falling through layers of choux pastry. Strudel pastry.
That the beautiful thoughts of strudel are rudely ruined by a hard slap to your cheek, Gaston. And then another hard slap. In your dream, maybe it's a member of your family playfully slapping you once or twice. But suddenly an angry voice barks at you. Wake up! Wake up! You, wake up!
He looks around.
You appear to be in a dormitory room. It's dark, curtains are pulled, but you can see other figures sat uncomfortably in chairs around you. You can't move your arms and legs, they appear to be tied at this moment. Could you please roll an education?
Oh, my favourites. Oh, that's a 3 total.
It's too dark to see who else is there. You squint. There's figures standing, some sat on the beds that aren't tied up. But it's dark. What you do here is mumbling from the chair next to you, like It's the sort of mumbling that a middle-aged German gypsy might make.
That sort of
best
mumbling.
kind of
Quite a specific
best
sort of
kind of mumbling in this sort of situation.
Exactly the mumbling you need right now.
Yeah.
In fact, it's you, Rudi, who gains consciousness next. And Tony, you also in this moment, as they come over and start slapping the 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Gain conscious. Your head really hurts for some reason, more than you thought it would.
Yeah.
Rudy's trying to remember who was it and says, all of the hostages. Who was it? But does he remember?
It's coming back to you in pieces. So the first thing you remember is the explosion and the face of the betrayer.
Yes. Who was it?
It was definitely one of the you remember it swims through. It was a face that you don't recognize before. You've never seen the face before, and then you start to remember in your mind's eye the hostages, the smoke, the violence of the situation, your heroism in the moment. You remember seeing your two fallen comrades by the kitchen door that just missed out on making it through. And then the grogginess starts to clear, Rudi. And could you roll an education, please?
I wonder if it was that guy that I gagged and I regagged.
That guy.
And he just hates me. You know, it's not a Legion member. He just hates me.
He just hates you. Yeah.
Seriously, guys, you're not gonna believe it's another 6. I
Oh,
don't really
yes.
have much to prove it to you besides showing you the dice. It's not
No,
that I do a special move or anything, but like 4 now 6s,
that's beautiful. We
like
take
5. I think
we
I've
take it.
rolled that good any time before.
No proof needed. We take each other's words
Now
on
is
this
the
stream,
time.
that's for sure.
Wow.
Your eyes seem to recover quicker than Gaston's. Maybe it's because you're more used to those dark corners in museums
Places.
that pouring over your dusty tomes of the occult with just small candle lights. Whereas
Indeed.
Gaston's eyes are so fresh and young and full of hope. You also see the figures tied to chairs. There appears to be 6 of you tied to chairs in the room, and probably that many other figures who are dressed in black stood around in a dormitory which has several racks of beds. You would guess, with all these great rolls, you would definitely guess that you are upstairs. It looks like a
you
youth
are
hostel.
suspiciously avoiding to describe the person that knocked me out. It's very suspicious. At this point, I have rolled like all the 6s possible.
The man that knocked you out
Mhm.
is, I don't know what I can say. He's no one you've seen before in your life. He does not have bright eyes. And you've got to remember that the only other person you could consider it being, Rufus said that it was not Lars Person, because Rufus said Lars Person was not in that room when you first got in there, because he's met him, so he knows.
That's right. He did say that.
Yeah.
Sorry, so it was I'm not quite sure I got it.
So you did not recognize the person that knocked you out. He was the first person you untied. That's all you know.
Okay, it's like give me like a male, age, color of hair, something to write down.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go male.
I will possibly try to find vengeance if all goes well.
That's in that case. Oh, this is vengeance notes. then I better make.
They're all vengeance notes at this point.
All of Rudy's notes are vengeance notes. In which case, I'll be very specific. Male, 30s. When he stood up from the chair, you would say he was probably 5'10", which isn't short for the 1930s. At all. Not short for now, but especially not then. He had brown eyes. And he had a small moustache.
How small is it? Is it the fashionable moustache of the era?
Yeah.
That was quite popular at the time.
It was a popular moustache at the time.
Perfect for a villainous figure. Excellent.
Exactly, perfect villainous moustache. No, it reaches out to the sides of his mouth, but it is that very small, well kept
Okay.
moustache.
Okay.
It's not okay. Okay, it's a button of
it's-
mustaches. Then.
It's not Hitler, and it's not like a spiv. It's a well turned out, almost Like, you
So
could probably put a little bit of
Rudy, when
wax
he
on the
wakes
end,
up, starts mumbling something. The man with a mustache.
maybe.
He did it.
You sort of hear a laugh, and one of the figures in the corner says, "Carl, he's talking about you."
God.
And you hear a laugh, and you hear, "I told you it was right to hide one of us among those, just in case." And they sort of share a laugh together.
From the sound of Rudy's voice, how close are we sat together?
You are like a meter apart.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's all I've got. Just curious.
Curiosity is a good thing to have.
I'd tell you what, actually, can Gaston hands tied behind the chair?
Yes. And tied along the chair, so you like your elbows, like you're sort of tied just below the shoulders, and then the elbows to the side of the chair with your hands behind, if you can imagine that. So if you sat there with your shoulders wrapped around, classic sort of movie, wrapped around your
Yep.
shoulders there, and then your arms are either side of the chair, so they're wrapped around the
Yep.
side of the chair, and then with your hands together at the back, so quite tightly bound, with your chest having to go out a little bit.
So hands and elbows tied to the chair.
Hands not tied, elbows are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Can he feel about down the back of his trousers? Because he was.
Now's not the time.
There's a reason before. He's using his rifle, which you can't do if you're wielding a knife as well. So he's going to check and see if the knife is still stored.
Oh. Where had you put the knife? Down the trousers, but where? Like, talk to me more about how the stash is, because you've certainly not got any firearms on you. That's for sure. I can tell the three of you.
No,
now
well,
there's no
yeah.
firearms
So I would assume tucked through the belt into the back pocket.
on. Yeah, that's not there.
Okay. Alas, that's all I've got for the time being.
Okay. Tony, the order's very much Gaston, Rudi, you. You're gathering this by this hearing Rudi talk and the mumbling of Gaston. But then on the other side of you, you do hear a very confused and upset Rufus Hightower gaining consciousness. Who? Morning already. What? Where is this? Where am I?
I am, as best I can, trying to give no indication whatsoever that I'm conscious.
Oh, I like it. You sort of feel Rufus look in your direction. Tony Guerrero, is that you, Tony?
I'm just, sitting there with my head still sort of hanging down. I'm listening to everything that's going on, but I'm not revealing the fact that I'm awake. I don't have many opportunities to do anything at the moment, but any advantage I can come up with.
Yeah, absolutely. So, no. Oh. Who's here? Anyone? Who are these people? Who are you?
Rufus, are you hurt?
Rudi. Oh, my sore head, but you sort of hear some motion. My limbs seem to be working. Are you okay? Last I saw you were heroic.
Alas, heroism was not enough to save the day, and here we are. We're betrayed by the people I saved.
You hear a laugh from the corner. From
Stop
the
laughing,
man
Carl.
from the man with the small moustache.
Oh, Carl.
He says, "Well, if it means anything to you, four of the hostages crawled out of the hole before we could gather everyone else back and have escaped."
It means nothing to me. Oh,
Oh,
Vienna.
yeah.
I'm not saying that. I just couldn't resist. Sorry.
But it was never about the hostages. I suppose you already have what you were looking for.
Oh, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. It's got musical again, sorry. As you're talking, the door to the room swings open and the lights suddenly flick on. And this is not for you, Tony, faking your unconsciousness, but for you, Gaston and Rudi, the lights, that sudden change from unconsciousness to darkness to bright flares up in your eyes, and there's a moment where you drop your head. And if you blink back the lights, you do see you're in a dormitory. It's long, it's rectangular dormitory, large, with beds down either side, like bunk beds. A window at one end, at one narrow end, with curtains pulled over it. And there is indeed there's 6 of you tied up, sort of in a circle in the middle. Some members in black sort of sat around, and in the doorway, just silhouetted, and then walking through, you see another figure, all in black, with piercing blue eyes, and another figure shuffled in behind him with a bag over his head and hands tied.
Wait, that
You.
figure is tied.
Say again?
The man with the piercing blue eyes is tied.
No, he's not
Oh.
tied. He's very much not tied. But he's got a
Okay,
man that's
okay.
been pushed in behind him who has a bag over his head and hands tied.
Oh, I immediately say, Monsieur Canard, is that you? Can you hear my voice?
Rudi Otto? Is that you, my friend? Oh, peril upon us all.
And I know who you are, I said to the man with the piercing blue eyes.
Do you now? You've got a lot of confidence for a man so close to death.
I've been close to death since 17.
It seems like you're getting closer by the minute.
That must be the case, but I suppose you would have killed us. You wanted us dead.
Oh, very wise, very wise. I was reading a few pages of your book that I gathered from the dining room, and
Bastard, you didn't even pay for it. Pay for the artist.
well, I was thinking maybe I'd get you to sign it for me before you pass. They say that writers' work goes up in value after they've died.
Of course, untie my hands and I will sign it for you right now.
I like it. I like you a lot. I think I might kill you last. Oh, he says, especially, I knew you're an intelligent man. Page 23. You really showed your knowledge of things on that page, and it struck me that for now, with all things mystical and the occult,
I am invincible!
it's worth keeping you
Yes.
alive a little longer. Now, he sort of grabs the bagged man, Henri Canard, and shoves him into the room. He sort of collapses onto the ground. His hands are tied. He can't stop himself. Now, what a pleasure to have all of you together. Our archaeologists and our heroes all in one room. Now, why don't the 7 of you have a conversation, make a decision over who's going to tell me where all the items are, where I can do what they do, how I can make it work. And I'll be back in 6.5 minutes. He sort of nods to his guards. You sort of stand up, and Carl comes over to you, Rudi. He gives you a slap round the side of the head, and wanders off with the rest of them. And the door slams shut.
I say to the others, that was an awful amount of questions. I thought they would have figured some of these things out by now. Seem to be clueless. But yes, Monsieur Henry, Monsieur Canard. Actually, yeah, Henry. Tony's still asleep. Tony, wake up.
I'm not going to show any signs of being awake yet. What kind of chair is it?
It is it is a very generic wooden chair. It's got the 4 round sort of cylindrical legs, really sort of cheaply made, flat seat, uncushioned, with a back that's got bars across rather than flat backed. It's
So essentially like a cheap generic wooden 20th century chair.
It's in a youth hostel. It's not going to be it's not going to be valuable.
I'm going to just open my eyes a crack and see if I can see if there's anyone potentially dangerous in the room, or is it just us?
From what you can tell, it is you 3. It is Rufus. It is Monsieur Canard. There is a female and a male, neither of whom you recognise. The man is slightly older.
And they don't appear to be tied to chairs.
They are tied to chairs.
Well, okay, we fell for that once before. Even so, I'm going to try to explosively wake up by leaping to my feet, jumping in the air, and landing chair first, please.
Oh my goodness, this is
on the ground.
That is very exciting.
I'm going to stand up as fast as I can in order to jump, and then try and land on an angle on the back and try and smash this chair to pieces with my body weight.
That sounds magnificent.
It does.
Tony, you tense your muscles. You do everything you can to jump yourself up in the air. And as you feel the legs of the chair leave the ground, we're going to take a break.
Oh, wow.
But of course we are.
Right, we're all going to be back.
Like what I would do. That's amazing.
Exactly. I learned from you a lot, to be honest. We can be back in 5 minutes. We could do what we need to do. Please hang around. We'll run another hour or so if everyone's feeling groovy. And so don't go anywhere. And we shall return for more daring do from our favourite heroes. Let's put the intro on. There we go. Let's turn them off. Back to Hello, everyone. We're back, and there's Whimsy, there's Peril, and that's just Gaston. So the blue-eyed man and his legion minions have tied our heroes up in a dormitory upstairs, a long, narrow one. I wonder which that one could be. And left them in there with 4 other figures. They know Rufus Hightower tied up next to Tony. They know their good friend, Monsieur Henri Canard, bag on his head, hands tied, thrown on the ground in front of them. And there's a woman and an older man tied up too. And our hero, Tony, has decided on a flight of fancy to do something quite athletic. Is it daring, what he's attempting? Or just
I think
foolish?
it's fairly daring.
Yeah.
Is there a
Especially
foolish
considering the number of blows I've already taken to my head.
It's daring if it goes wrong. That shudder's going straight down your spine. Oh, I think he's trying to break the chair. You know.
Yes, I'm hoping that my weight landing on a pretty basic wooden chair, at an angle on the legs, will just smash it.
So, dear friends, should we see if he succeeds? Let's go for strength.
Not another roll.
Well, I know. Rolls tonight. I'll get a reputation. Strength plus daring do.
Okay, so +3. A total of 8.
Ooh.
You leap, the legs clear the ground, and you sort of fall backwards onto it with a clatter. The one of the arms breaks free, one of the legs breaks free. You're still tied to it, but now you've got serious mobility. So you're still tied around the waist, but the chair is pretty shattered. So one of the arms is free, one of your legs is free, and you've got some mobility in that.
So I'm going to immediately start. I'm sure it'll take a few seconds, but I'm immediately going to start wriggling my way out of the ropes.
I'm not going to make you roll for that. I'm going to allow that as part of that roll. You are out of the ropes.
So immediately to my left is Gaston.
I believe immediately to your left is Rudi Otto.
Is Rudi. Okay. I'm going to effectively not bother to get up because it's going to be quicker to crawl. What I will do, though, is as I crawl across, can I also take a suitable piece of chair with me? Some piece of either an arm or a leg that can be used as a cudgel or other weapon in an emergency.
There's a chair leg that is perfect for you. You could do a little bit of damage for that. That'd be nice.
Then I will drag that with me, and I will start working on Rudi's ropes.
You're not fighting against smoke. You're not fighting against any issues there. So I will allow you to sort of untie him. It takes you about 30 seconds, maybe.
Okay.
And you've freed him.
Rudi looks at you with shock as he just asked you if you were asleep and you were pretending to be asleep. Instead of asleep, boom, you jump, you break the chair, you free yourself, now you free me.
I'm going to say,
Most impressed. But
I was having this most amazing dream.
do you have a follow-up from us being freed from the ropes? I suppose it's not just your burden to bear, but as soon as one of my arms is free, Rudy's gonna check for, let's say, under his buckle of his belt, where he was hiding the artifacts. He originally guessed that they would have all our artifacts, but one of his awfully many questions that the big bad evil guy said was like, where the items are. So is it possible that they didn't even find the items that we had on us?
Ooh.
Your item, your artifact, is there.
Oh,
So without making any sound, like I just pointed to Tony and like point then at you. I'm like, as if like, do you have your own or something like that? I guess you get what I'm going with.
yeah. I mean, I obviously I will check, but I want to get us all untied as quickly as possible first. So I'm going to move on to Gaston before I check my back pocket effectively.
Again, you can free Gaston. They've tied the knots, not expecting you to be able to break free, as it were. So another 30 seconds or so on Gaston, and you've got him free as well.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Rudi.
I guess that's crazy. Do I whispered? I whispered to Gaston. Do you have your piece with you?
He'll haze for a little bit of a moment as he's just woken up and just been shocked by a bright light, and then pat down his waistcoat and see if it's still.
Gaston's is still there.
Okay.
How big are these? Look,
They were sort of the size of if you've got like a compass, like a regular compass, but without the flip top. So like the bottom part of the compass, that sort of size. So like Rudi had under his belt buckle, absolutely possible.
Yeah.
Fit in that. So within, if it was well secreted in, and to be honest, of all of them, Gaston, yours was basically you've hidden it before. That's that first one. That was, they didn't know you'd got it. They didn't know you could have got it. They dragged him off, and then there was a fire. So,
I mean, it was small enough to be palmed effectively when it was handed over. So I'm going to then check my trouser pocket to find out if I also have one or if it's been taken.
Tony's is missing.
It's because you put it on your trousers. Why
Exactly,
would you put it on your trousers? Why you?
It's the first place anyone looks with Tony.
It's the only stat block I have is my trouser stat block, so I had to put it somewhere.
But you know something could happen to your trousers.
So you have the Greek artifact, which was Rufus Hightower's from the Condottiere. You've got the Egyptian artifact, which was Monsieur Canard's, but you are missing the Roman artifact, which was you found behind the bookshelf.
Also, I free Henry, and I whispered to him, "Do you know where?" Again, we're looking for the fourth one. Is Anahita, right?
Yes.
Well, wait, he wouldn't know because his was the Egyptian one.
His was the Egyptian one.
So among the other two, which I can only guess is Anna Zukov and Lars Persson, which one was tied with the Anahita one?
That was Lars Persson. That was the guy who's staying here.
Yeah, the one we were heading for.
Yeah. Then I unhood him first, and I say, Herr Persson, do you know where your piece is?
Who are you saying that sorry to? Last person.
To Lars Persson.
Who are you asking? Which figure are you asking that to?
Not Rufus, not Henry, the other male there.
Oh, you're taking a chance.
Making an assumption.
You're making an assumption. The man.
Oh, because why? It could be also Jean-Luc something. There's also another person.
The man blinks looks up at you, and he says in quite a thick Swedish accent, How do you know my name? Who are you?
Well, we're coming to save you.
So that's great. I guess you've got half the job done.
In a way, we are saving you, but not into the exact chronological order that we wished.
So it's better to be with you chaps than with the others. I was having an early evening nap. I'd eaten a large lunch and I wasn't going for dinner, and I came upstairs to my room to have a snooze, and next thing I know, I was being dragged out by these chaps in black.
You see, Rudi looks at him suspiciously and turns to the others and says, "What are the chances that they pull the same trick twice on us? I don't trust you."
If it's funny once, it's funny every time.
Oh, there's a man of the Carry On films.
Let's say that you are who you say you are. Tell us where the fourth piece of Anahita is, of the sextant compass right now.
Yes, Bez is right. He looks at you. He looks down at Henri Canard, who sort of nods at him. And he says, well, it was in my room with my belongings. I have no idea if it's still there. If they got to me and dragged me off, I'm guessing they've been through my room. I had a jacket that had like a secret pocket, which would avoid being patted down in town, but if people were keen to get it, they could probably get it. Really, it was just to stop being pickpocketed, on the way to the meeting.
Which room was your?
I'm in the single room for the males. This I'm pretty certain this is a female room. Like, it smells like a female room, that's for sure. It doesn't smell like farts and feet. It actually smells quite nice. But yeah, mine's a single room for males. There's three male rooms, 3 female rooms, but then there's a single for those of us that can afford a bit more, that are maybe a bit older, that want to travel by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a private quarters at the end of the corridor for the owners. I'm if you go down the corridor, I'm the third door on the right as you go down from here. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the female dorm 1, looking at the shape. Not
all right.
I've
Yep.
been in here.
So the largest of the women's dorms.
That's the shape fits,
Yeah. Okay. There's only one door. Are there any windows?
There is at the far end, the other narrow end. It's curtained shut at the minute.
We find ourselves in quite a pickle.
I mean, I feel silly asking this question, but they didn't leave me with, say, an automatic pistol, a long knife, 5 hand grenades.
Like, they were clearly rubbish enough to not spot a couple of the artifacts, but no, they did not. The weapons are gone. There is nothing in the... You can roll to look around the room if you want, but you've got nothing on your person.
Except a chair leg.
Except a chair leg, yeah. Which is horribly splintered. You could give someone a horrible splinter if you rubbed it against them.
I ask Henry and Rufus if he does recognize Anna Zukov, a large person, for who they supposed to be, if they recognize them as they.
Rufus looks at Lars. He says, "Yeah, that's Lars. I wouldn't forget him at all. You know, when I said he wasn't downstairs, it appears he was upstairs." And Omri looks at the woman and says, "Anna, I thought you said you were going to ground, that you were keeping on the down low. How did they get you?" Anna sort of frowns, for it is Anna. It says, I think she ratted me out. She must have done that. I was there for a couple of days, and I went when I heard things were going bad, and I left a note, and I ran for it. I wanted to meet up with you gents on our meeting place, but things were getting risky. But I went to sort my back up, and suddenly
I think
I was swarmed.
I know who you mean. Yes, I think I know who you mean.
Did you go? Did you go to the house?
Yes,
Elena
and I
Fisher's?
think if memory collects, I've been knocked out recently. The back of my head, obviously, always the back. I never been knocked out.
It doesn't
for
happen.
someone from the front. But yeah, I remember finding a note. I remember finding your note. Out of game, we did find your note, right? I think I have a memory of
You did. You
when I
did
was
the little.
searching.
You did the little pencil.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Let's untie them all. Good job, Tony. Good job. But now, this is. He said like something like in 6.5 minutes. That were like 2 minutes left. My guess is
that'd be about 2 minutes max.
we
I'd
only
say.
have about 2 minutes. Plan this through.
Gaston looks at Tony and Rudi and says, that I know not as nowhere near as heroic as you two gentlemen, but it strikes me as
But you are pervia.
as though true, but he only portrays that in Persona. He doesn't say that. It strikes me that they need all 4 pieces of this puzzle to get what they want, and we already have 2. We just need to make it out of here and get them beyond their reach. Surely, I know you have a thirst for knowledge, but
Can assume their leader will have Tony's piece, since they uncovered, and theoretically the 4th piece is somewhere very close. So do we go to obtain? Do we meet them head on? Do we escape with what we have and save our colleagues here, or not of the heroic? Right, such as ourselves. And I include you, my friend, as well. And I catch with my hand. I catch your shoulder. Gaston.
yeah, greets it with a hand and nods to you. It's too kind. I'm sure this wouldn't have been your way out in any of the other tales of heroic deeds that I've heard, but it strikes me as one that could work.
How about we take what we have and save our colleagues here? In worst case scenario, we will have 2, they will have 2. If not, we can always return and find the 3rd piece, which we know the hidden location now. And we have to decide right now, I'm afraid. And I look out of the window. I'm actually going to the window to see how tall, how high it is, if there is like anything we can jump or something, or a staircase.
Like a fire escape. Now, if you were going to put a fire escape anywhere in a youth hostel, somewhere that someone could sneak up in the middle of the night and perv through, you wouldn't put it outside a female dormitory.
Well, it would make it much easier for them, wouldn't it? If you're going to put it out a fire escape, as you said, so that somebody can get up to perv, isn't that exactly where you put it?
As you look out the window, what you do notice is there is no fire escape. It is very sheer down there. There is nothing nice to break your fall. There is an upstairs fire escape, but it's from the private quarters, the room at the end.
Okay.
So essentially, if we jump, we break our legs or something.
Yeah,
There's
yeah. Yeah, it's a breakage that way, 100%.
no convenient rubbish bin or something.
The dead bodies of those guys you blew up earlier to soften your fall.
Or like Assassin's Creed style, like
Yeah, the
a
hay.
wagon full of hay or something.
Yeah. Oh, if you had the skills to roll for a perfect dive into there's a small bucket of water there if you want to dive into that.
Okay. So jumping out of the window is out of the question. So I think we should make a run for male dorm number 1 at least before they return. Should we meet any of them outside? Well, we see what we do then. We improvise.
Ask a question first, because we have more than one of the academics in the room with us.
You have all the academics in the room with you.
Yeah.
So, can I ask a question so that they can all hear? But I'm going to ask a question of Kanar.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my friend.
I want to ask him, whose idea was it for you all to get together bringing your artifacts? And whose idea was it to hold that meeting in Vienna?
Oh, good question. Right, now I need to...
Tasty.
I need to go through my notes now. I need to get this absolutely right.
Interesting.
Well, you got if you're writing a story, you got to do it right, haven't you? Have a look. Canard pauses for a second and thinks. And he says, well, if you remember, I was in Vienna anyway. I was being awarded.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I invited you, my good friends, to celebrate with me before the celebration. Just earlier this day. What a lovely hour it was before things went so badly wrong. The awards evening was to be this coming Friday. And you two, my dear friends, and I would have given an extra entry to you too, my young Frenchman. To the awards evening, you would have been honoured guests of myself for saving my life aboard the Vienna Express. And when I was told I was getting this award, I'd been in contact with my friends. We'd met separately at times and at different points, and been writing to each other for at least the last couple of months specifically. But over the last year, as we were searching, we decided this was the first time that we could all guarantee that we could be in the same place. So I was to be here anyway, and we agreed, I suppose, as a group that this was the time to do so. After I'd been given the invitation to receive my award.
Then who gave you your invitation?
It was an academic group that said they were an exciting new an exciting new group that were looking for great recent discoveries. They celebrated me for my works with Egyptology. They seem very enthusiastic. You can see sort of mind trying to work out who it was. It's like it was.
Can you remember the name of this new group?
The name, yeah.
No, Tony. Let's not quabble over details. The man's trying to thank us all profusely for saving his life. Please go on.
It's. I see. It was. I believe it was. What was it? It was. What was it? It was a bird of some kind. Condor.
Oh, no.
What, my friend? What?
So, general rule, just for the future, there really isn't such a thing as a new group when it comes to archaeology.
Well, I've been given awards by many other groups. I'd never been given one by this before.
No, and I suspect you won't be again.
Oh?
I mean, we know that everyone is in town because of the award.
A fine awards night I've been promised, and you would have been my esteemed guest. Maybe you still can if we get out of this scrape.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that the awards night may not go ahead as planned.
Oh?
Yes. You see, we know of this group called Condor who invited you.
Oh?
Yes. And we know also that there is a group called Legion. Who have been following us and chasing us and hunting you lot.
That's the ones that kidnapped me.
Yes. Now, I just want you to put those two words together in your head and try to think back to newspapers and things like that. Are you familiar with the Condor Legion?
Luke, would Gaston be?
Gaston would be from a newspaper. Writing for Ce Soir, a very anti-fascist paper at the time. Yes, he would.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Just want to double check before I.
and Rudi being a German gentleman, even if he's taken himself out of the world of Germany, as it were, you would all be very much aware that there is the link to the Nazis at the time.
I mean, the Spanish Civil War had made all of the papers, to be honest.
Yes, exactly. Quite important. But yes, Gaston, definitely. You definitely have covered such things.
So while obviously I don't have any proof of this, it would be an amazing coincidence if they weren't connected, don't you feel?
Are you set? I've fallen into a trap with some kind of cult-like group for the second time.
At least the second time. We don't know how many other times it may have happened to you.
And for the second time, you two have turned up to save me? To act as my
Let's not get
guardian
ahead of
angels?
ourselves. We may all still be doomed.
Yeah, at that point, I go by the door and I check if anyone's coming. And if not, I will make a gesture that we should all move right now.
Yes, I think that's wise.
Rudi, roll an education, please.
Let's see if it's another 6.
Oh,
I think
let's
I'm
see
in
if
a
the
row of
dice is
6s.
cooled.
Nope, but it is a total of 6. Yeah, that's a fail.
It's a fail. there's sort of there's movement in the building. It seems like there are Legion members in the building. You couldn't tell if anyone was directly outside. Directly outside the door sounds quiet, but there might be some at the end of the corridor. There might be some in other rooms. You can't tell.
Okay. Still, I'll make the notion to everybody. Make a move.
Gaston will do so.
Oh. Where you go? The rest of the party will get up to follow you, but they are very much cowering behind the three of you, especially Rufus.
Especially Rudi.
Especially Rufus.
Well, I will certainly plant myself on Rudy's shoulder if he's happy to stand with me in that way,
Like an Italian parrot.
like an Italian. Only slightly behind his shoulder.
Gaston will wait the other side of the door, or by the side of the door, and look to Rudi.
Aha!
Beautiful.
Yes, I have to make that noise when I'm opening a door with that guy.
Yes, certainly a character flaw trait.
So we open the door.
Yeah. I'm going to roll. The corridor ahead of you, from where you can see, is at this moment empty except for one figure who is probably halfway between the single room and the male dorm 3, but sort of wandering up away from you, so their back is to you.
Are they wearing black?
They are wearing black.
Okay, let's make a move towards male dorm 1.
Okie dokie. You know what that means? Are you trying to be sneaky?
I don't want to, because I don't want to roll agility. I guess there's no alternative, right?
You can move academically. Or
Yes.
With books under my feet, yeah.
Or very charismatically, just slide. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you roll. I need you to all roll agility. However, you're going as a group. I'm not going to roll for those. We're going to go with whoever gets the highest score. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, but okay, it's very difficult.
Yeah. For two of you it is. For one of you, not so much.
It's Gaston's hopes that we rely
You
upon.
pin it all on Gaston.
No, my luck is over. I rolled a 1, the total of 3.
Oh man,
So I'm grabbing to someone else's shoulder.
I have managed a mighty 2.
Oh my!
Oh,
goodness.
even worse
You
than me!
did
Wow,
terrible.
Amazing.
Sorry, that's going to be a 6 total. I like to think that Gaston.
Wait, you do have the boon. You still have the boon.
No, I used mine straight off the bat for the whatever the first roll was. Yeah.
Oh.
Because it was something that I was really bad at, and it succeeded. But I like to think that Gaston's instinct is to not go towards the male dorm side of the building, but he'll actually make a move and then correct himself and head back towards the male side. That's my fail.
The guard pauses. He hasn't turned round yet. What distance is that? That's probably going to be 15 meters away. You're by the doorway to the dorm. He's frozen for a sec, and his head is half turning as if he's cocking an ear. In this moment of a second or so, what are you going to do?
I'm going to do whatever Rudi does. If
Damn
he
it, that was
freezes,
my
I'll
option.
freeze. If he goes for the guy, I'm right with him.
Okay, that wasn't my option.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going for the guy.
You're going for the guy. Okay, then I'm right with you. We're gonna just
Go for the
charge
guy.
down that corridor together.
For 1 brief second, we all froze like.
Gaston?
We kind of knew it wasn't gonna work, the
Yeah.
stealth mission, so
It was worth a try, I'd say.
it was worth a try. Yeah, it was worth it.
Can Gaston try and hurriedly he'll stick out his arms and just try and herd everybody else towards Maldorn 1
Oh, I
as
like
quickly
it.
as possible out of the line of fire.
You know what? Because the two of those crazy heroes are charging towards it, I'm going to let you do that.
Naturally.
Because the two of them are taking the focus of anything that will come that way. So Gaston, you're going to get we're going to call them the academics. Although your two friends are academics too, but you're getting
Less heroic academics.
Yeah, the more cowardly academics.
Yes. Yeah. If you want to put it that way.
The two of you, by the very nature, this goes into combat theoretically, so we will need to roll agility, but because you've got some space to make, let's go for another agility first to see if you can one-up him. Does that make sense? If you can pass this agility roll, you'll get above him in the queue. So could you both roll agility? Ben, I feel like we've hit a daring do moment, quite frankly.
Okay, so I'm rolling agility, but with daring do.
Yes, and Rudy's rolling a flat agility, please. If you hit a 7, you're going to be above him in the queue for sure. Otherwise, you're going to have to roll for it.
No, very low.
No.
8.
Fantastic. Rudi, you're caught a bit behind. You're a bit of an older gentleman, a bit of a wider gentleman.
Yeah, I also had my leg broken like
yeah, not
so many months
Not long
ago.
ago,
Yeah, exactly. So you're caught a bit behind. Tony, you're definitely going to be first in the lineup.
Okay.
Rudi, could you please roll initiative, and I will roll for the guard to see who goes second. It is 1d6 plus your agility, please.
6 total.
Better than him. It was a 2 plus 2. It's 4 for him. So it's going to go Tony, Rudi, guard. He was half turning. You've made the space quickly, Tony. Gaston, you made it in. You're pretty certain no one's seen you. What do you want to do, Tony? You've closed into him. You can go to hand if you.
I am indeed going to go to hand, or more accurately, chair leg to head.
Excellent.
I am going to deploy my fencing skills to the best of my ability, and at full stretch of my arm, perfectly balanced in a suitable stagger, I'm going to whip him across the back of the head with the chair leg, as if I were, slitting him open with a rapier.
Oh, right. 1d6 plus your strength plus your stabbing, please.
Okie dokie.
And
That's
he rolls
daring.
12, and
That's
he rolls
plus 4.
10, and you got to beat his score.
Okay.
Okay. 4 plus what?
8
Yep.
total.
You have swung. He's manages to turn to you. That what you see of his face is his eyes wide open. Rudi, the man has no moustache, and his eyes are not
Okay.
piercing blue.
Okay.
But what you do see is Tony's chair leg swing into the side of his skull. The man sort of looks shocked, panicked. Could you roll a d6, please, Tony, for damage?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, if he doesn't have a moustache, he definitely deserves to be beaten about the head. I'm sorry, that's a 6.
No, nice.
And that is enough to not with a melee. That's very good. You knocked him down to the ground. Blood is coming out of his head. He's still breathing, but he's very much unconscious.
Okay.
And the blood is starting to pool around a little bit. It's like out the side of his head. And you stand over and blood splatters a bit over the trousers, because of course it does. But you stand looking quite heroic over him as Rudi catches up to you half a second later.
Oh, that's really impressive. I didn't have to punch him after all. Since we're here, do you remember where is the room of who was it? Of a large person? Mention the room.
Yes, it's just back on the right.
I suppose since we're already here, I'll go and open that door, right? Or unless Tony stops me or says otherwise.
No, I mean, go for it, of course.
I open that door with a slow and silent aha.
That was a very inquisitive. I feel. I like it.
It was scared aha, maybe.
No.
You open the door, which of course opens inwards, as it would, because it's coming off the corridor. And as you open the door, roll an education for me, please.
History occult, maybe?
At this moment, no.
Okay.
That might come later if you want to.
Oh, that's a perfect roll. That's a 9.
From your first initial look, as you open that door, you can't see anyone or anything peculiar.
Mm-hmm. The jacket?
Are you going in to look, or are you looking for an initial look?
I'm going for the jacket. He said he has it on a chair, maybe, or I just imagining things. But that was the visual I had. But I'm looking for a distinguished jacket as he described it, and I'm gonna check the secret pocket.
Okay. You take those steps into the room. You see a chair there, and you do see a jacket on it. You approach the jacket, and you lift it. Sort of, you start patting the jacket, like where Lars said, right, like those hidden pockets and things and that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You hear the door close behind you, and a key turn. As you turn, there's a man dressed in black, pistol in hand, pointed at you. A thin moustache above his smiling lips. A small ancient piece in his hands. He smirks at you, says, "Looking for this, Mr. Otto? Gaston, what do you want to do? You're in the other room."
Getting everyone through the door. Yeah. You're welcome, Monsieur Cagnard. But not counting, but I think that's the third time I've saved your life based on discussions recently. Please, all stay very quiet, and he'll start looking around the room for anything that could potentially be used as a weapon.
Roll an education, please.
My favourite. So 4 plus a mighty, I want to say 1. No, two. That's a 6.
6. What can I give you for 6?
Oh, that's a good question.
A bar of soap, maybe. If you want to start wrenching things apart, you could probably get a metal bar out of the steps up in the bunk beds, maybe. That's about as much as I can give you for 6.
He doesn't want to make too much noise. He won't do that. He'll look at everyone and he'll.
Some massive elk antlers. You can like gore someone on here.
I'd have taken the bar of soap, to be fair. Is there a window in the room?
There is. Each room appears to have a sort of a window in.
He'll head over to the window and follow his dear friend Rudy's heroic lead and see if there's a fire escape.
On this side of the building, there is no fire escape.
Alas. He'll look to the others and say, "Shh. Stay here. Stay very quiet. I'll be back in mere moments."
Rabbits.
Exactly, Ben. Exactly.
Very quiet.
And he'll wait for a moment at the door to see if he hears anything. If he doesn't hear anything, he's going to make a dash for the other side of the building to female dorm 2. We all knew it would end here.
Of course it does. So you're stashing the nerds.
Yeah.
And off to female 2. I'll allow you to do that. The corridor is currently empty. Still, you get to the door and you can open it if you so wish. Basically, as you do it, as you sort of look to the right, as you rush across, you do see Tony kind of standing over the body. And that's sort of as Rudy's back leg has sort of gone into the single room. So, as you rush across the female dorm 2.
He opens the door, dives in, nods to himself in appreciation for what he can only imagine being painted with his own words as the heroic takedown that Tony and Rudi have just accomplished, and he will head over to the window, I suppose.
Okay, you go to the window. Are you looking for fire escapes? Are you looking for things?
Yeah, he'll look for a fire escape.
The fire escape is indeed outside what would be the private quarters, which is the last room on the right.
Gets inside the room and shakes his head.
As you sort of come out from the window, you do hear the door open and close behind you.
Turns around.
It's Anna Zukov looking quite concerned.
Anna? Is it...
Gaston. And
What's wrong?
She raises a pistol towards you. And that's where we'll finish for tonight.
What?
Double cliffhanger.
Double cliffhanger.
Wow.
Anna Zukov.
Anna Zukov, all along.
Not Anna Zukov. I mean, of all the people.
Of all the people in all the hostels in all the world,
I mean,
something along those lines.
She's not even Australian. I mean,
Congrats to Ben for the Conrad. How do you call it? The Conrad Legion.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Condor
Legion.
Legion.
Yeah, he did well with that.
Wow, that was very cool. Your real life history matches that of your characters, because mine has History +2, but I didn't get that reference at all.
But John, you were the one running rings around me the other week asking me about ancient Greek things.
That's
And
right.
I was like, I don't know.
That's true. And it was a beautiful thing to watch.
Wow, that was a really good episode, Luke. That was a really good
Excellent
episode.
fun.
Thank you, guys. Cliffhangers for days. I feel we need to...
Revelations,
Oh, so many revelations.
action.
I'm not sure about all the double
plot
crossing
twists.
though. If we could avoid that in future.
I feel
But
like
you're
we
right. It was really good.
I think we need to come back to it relatively soon. I feel we can't leave the cliffs being hung for too long.
Yeah, it's crazy to leave a cliffhanger for like 3 months or something.
Yeah, exactly. Let's make it
Yeah,
much sooner. We need to get another one in before Christmas, 100%. Let's get one booked in, John, as soon as we can. I think.
Yeah, one more before the end of the year. It's plausible.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Spares. Thank you, Jacko. Thank you, anyone else that was lurking around. We appreciate you. And cheers, John, Ben, and you. And thank you for your heroism, quite frankly.
Good game, everyone.
And for splitting the party.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Lots of fun.
Well, obviously, thank you, Luke. That was great fun. Thank you, everyone who turned up and watched. That was brilliant. Or if you're watching it on VOD, thank you for doing that as well. And of course, John, thank you so much for coming and joining us again.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right. So stay in touch, guys. We'll find out when John's available, and we'll bring Tony and Rudi back before Christmas.
Really soon.
Very soon. Otherwise, we will see you all soon. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend, everyone. Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Good night.
Good night.